Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, where the spirit of the late Sam Mills lives on with the pounding of the drum as we're ready for football at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers on Sunday Night Primetime.
Carolina Panthers.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, we welcome you. The punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. He'll step up and run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Young. That's caught right side. It's the tight end, Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On 2nd down, Young. Oh, he gets that downfield to Tremble, the tight end. And he will get into the end zone. Tommy Tremble. Touchdown, Carolina. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. Through the snowflakes, this one good. Panthers will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. He'll grab it at the 12. And they finally get him down, but not before he's inside the 20. What a return.
All right, so if you're going to be a kick returner in the National Football League, you need these 2 things: balance, vision, and yes, speed doesn't hurt too much either. And all 3 of those were evident there. I mean, what a return that was to set his guys up, starting this drive inside the red zone.
The Falcons set to take over here on offense, and they are led by their veteran. It's Kirk Cousins.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, That experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after. These kicks not a given in the snow, but this one is good. And the Falcons come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. They'll go play action with Young. Working his way open. That is Evans. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
At the 34-yard
There's no more
line.
efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I'm not sure if there is anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch, and now 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Mooney in motion. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. And a nice defensive play. They're good awareness coming through to make the play in the backfield for a loss of yard. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's a designed run. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now in the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's going to get this close to a first down, but he's out of bounds a yard short, and that's going to make it 4th down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field. It's always a gamble anytime you go for 4th down on your side of the field, but they clearly thought they had a play that they liked, but the defense came up huge, and now their offense is going to have a chance to capitalize and take advantage of this short field.
Now Dowdle. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Tremble comes in motion. On the RPO, he'll just flip it forward. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. That is Leonard Floyd, the veteran who got to the quarterback.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Here's Sam Martin now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Falcons offense ready to take over possession of the football. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Begin with a zone read. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
They go play action with Cousins. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit-and duck for this pass rush.
So on fourth down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. Trevor Etienne is back deep for Carolina. Ball security a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On play action, Young. He takes off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Dowdle. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Third down and 9. Out of the shotgun, Young. Moving left, he'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds, so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
3rd and 5. Young hands it to Hubbard. And this defense holding their ground. They'll stop him for no gain. 4th down, straight ahead.
No gain on the play.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Here's their punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Second down, Cousins. For the left side, he gets that to Mooney. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. A gain of 17 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Falcons first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Falcon first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On the carry, this is Tyler Algier. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
J.C. Horn on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Here's second and 9. Cousins to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Cousins out of the gun on third down. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. And the Panthers are going to recover the football. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
They'll begin here on the ground. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
A second down throw for Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
From the gun, it's Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Here's the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Falcons offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Cousins now. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Derek Brown, he gets in there for the sack. It's a loss of 4 to kick off this drive.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Out wide, that's Robinson. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Taken down back at the 15-yard line.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. 3rd and a long way to go as we are ready to get back underway. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
The Falcons send their punting unit out, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Panthers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. We'll give him about 5 yards.
33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. There's a give left side for Hubbard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Third down, they need 5. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's right side, taken in by Tremble. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
They'll go for it with Hubbard. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on fourth down.
Pitts is the man in motion. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. That's to Mooney, complete right side. To the 20. And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Now Gonzalez to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Falcons will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Panthers 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken around the 11. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Young. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looks like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic first down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Diablo on the tackle.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
2nd and 10. To throw is Young. For his tight end, Tremble, over the middle. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
That's good.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Tremble comes in motion. Here's a run going left. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Panthers, first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. This one could be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Throwing right, it's taken in. He's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. The Falcons offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Oh, gotta be careful here. Looks like they're just going to avoid the safety, but not by much. That was close to being a disaster.
All the offense is trying to do here is just get a little breathing room so that they can operate their entire system. For this defense, they sold out, brought pressure, and the offense is lucky that that one didn't result in 2.
Another run here for Robinson. Able to break a tackle as he powers forward 4 yards.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is 4th down.
And out. 4th down.
The Falcons getting their punter out there, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. This is fielded well short of midfield. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense ready to get back to work. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. That's to the rookie from Arizona, Tedero McMillan. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. It's a Carolina first down.
The 19-yard line.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
It is 3rd and 10. To throw is Young. Short one there, caught by Tremble. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down. I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And he'll push forward like a little snowplow. Gain a yard as the snow intensifies.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Pitts is the man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's caught right side. It's London. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards.
15-yard pickup there. First down, Atlanta.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Now, Cousins. He fires downfield for Pitts. And penalty Penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
Automatic first down.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he will get into the end zone. Kirk Cousins. Touchdown Atlanta. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Well, they were not hiding anything there. The quarterback takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for the touchdown.
And this was a run from the jump, Mike. There was no disguising anything. There was 10 guys blocking and 1 guy running, and in this case, it's the quarterback taking it in for 6.
Gonzalez now for the point out.
Extra point.
Through the snowflakes, this one good. And the Falcons are out to a 21-10 lead.
Panthers 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll take it at the 12. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to take over once more. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Off the play fake. Here's Young. That one out wide. Dowdle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Now Young gonna keep it himself. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points. So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Anytime you run a draw, you're hoping the linebacker reads pass and starts dropping into his pass coverage. That's what creates space for your running back to get going. Well, not this time. The linebacker saw it from the jump. He's able to penetrate in the backfield and take the runner down for a loss.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down.
Still 3rd down.
They motion the slot man left. Out of the shotgun. Young. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
On comes the punter now. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Falcons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Here's a toss left side for Robinson. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
The defense saves the touchdown, but a terrific run. It'll be first and goal inside the 10. It's a big run by Robinson. 42 yards.
Wow, I mean, he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good tackle to save the touchdown, they're still going to be set up with first and goal.
Mooney in motion. This one tapped forward on the pop pass. A short game down to the 7.
He was brought down by Lathan Ransom. A gain of 3 brings up second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now here's second and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 3. Third and goal. Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Falcons are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Chuba Hubbard. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with first and 10. Now Young And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette.
On the coverage.
And it'll bring up second down. Back to the air, it's Young. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Now a timeout. Atlanta, that's their first. Talk things over before third down. Now Young. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Hunting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This will be returned from just beyond midfield, and it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. On first down, Cousins. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Second down, Cousins. Quick throw, taken in, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
And he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a first down.
It's a gain of 8. And the Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down.
It's second down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
Throwing again, Cousins on second and 10. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Now Gonzalez to add the PAT. These kicks not a given in the snow, but this one is good. And the Falcons add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Bradley
7
Pinion
seconds,
set
all
to
that
kick
remains
off.
till halftime. And the kick is away. To return is Hubbard.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. Now he'll air one out. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where I promise you the weather is much nicer than what we've been watching. But who doesn't love a snow globe game? And the meteorologists tell us we're in for more of it in the second half. So time now to get back out and join our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks. And you see it there. Whiteout conditions remain in effect as we are back for the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Carter on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They run over center with Robinson. Down the sideline, past the 45. A terrific run finally brought down, but he's inside the 35-yard line. A big one there to start the second half. An even 40 yards.
A gain of 40 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
A couple of explosive runs here to start the drive, and now you got to ask yourself, what's the counterpunch? I think as this defense continues to pack themselves in tight, this is a prime opportunity to try to take a big shot downfield.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
They'll go again with Robinson. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And That's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
We'll try and run for this with Algier. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. The Gonzalez kick is good. And the Falcons will extend their third quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. The motion man here is Mitchell. They'll run with Dowdle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Young. Now a screen set up for Dowdle.